Did I mention the tank is a tank?
Sold.
Yeah! Everything explode!
They didn't have a chance.
Yeah!
Boosters plane is tacked into the runway.
Modern Warfare 3 was like your mother last year, a big fat disappointment. Okay, sorry. Modern Warfare 3 wasn't that great last year, let's put it that way. They didn't even try to hide the fact that this was a Modern Warfare 2 DLC that they upgraded out of necessity to a full game with a €70 price tag slapped on it. So the question is, will Call of Duty now recover with Black Ops 6? A fine question indeed. So let me answer it right here, right now.
Well, you got my attention.
The story is a sequel to Cold War. After a mission goes wrong, Case's team, the player, is disbanded. However, the team knows that there is more going on. They want to continue the fight with Pantheon, the evil enemy faction this time. The setting is the 90s, but apart from the fact that you encounter certain people like Bill Clinton and Saddam Hussein in the campaign, you don't notice much of it. Ultimately, a story about terrorism unfolds, full of plot twists and intrigues as we know it from a Call of Duty game, and you have to blast your way through the missions. This happens in a real rollercoaster ride in missions full of pace, at least sometimes. Because this campaign does things very different and it completely takes the pace out of it, which is hit and miss for me. Before I continue, I want to emphasize that this is just my opinion. I know that there are plenty of gamers who really love this campaign and I am super happy for them. However, I'm not one of those people. And let me explain you why.
Already dead.
And by the way, there will be some minor spoilers. The reason is actually very simple. The game does too many things that I would find cool in other games or franchises, but with Call of Duty I just want something different. I want that rollercoaster ride, and here there is too little of that. Not all missions are bad and all missions are better than those weapons-free missions from Modern Warfare 3 last year, but that is barely an achievement. It already starts with the setup. You start all missions from a hub, a safe house somewhere in Bulgaria. You can also upgrade it with money that you find in missions. And with those upgrades, such as an armory or a training facility, you can unlock extra perks and skills that are useful in the campaign.
Well, that's a cool idea.
The game does not put a huge emphasis on finding that money, so it won't bother you that much, and I think it's a nice addition, and you can also find some secrets in the safe house. So that's kinda cool. But what I don't understand is that you can start the missions from that hub on a kind of whiteboard setup, but you don't get any choices. Of course there has to be a story which needs to be followed, but there are really missed opportunities here. For example, you have to recruit people for your team, but this has to be done in order of what the game sets out for you. It would have been so much cooler and more logical if you could choose who you recruit first, for example. What is the point of such a setup with the board otherwise anyway? But that's not the worst part. The worst part is that some missions are simply not what I'm looking for in a Call of Duty game. The locations themselves are pretty cool, like a casino where you have to infiltrate and win a poker match Ocean style. There is also a mission where you have to infiltrate a gala night organized by Bill Clinton for his election campaign disguised as a press photographer to get a photo of a senator, since you can use that for an iris scan. Here you also get multiple options to achieve this, a little bit like Hitman also gives you multiple options. I eventually chose to expose the fucker to his wife, since it turned out that he was cheating on her with his assistant. However, the assistant has a sex tape which she wants to blackmail him with, a scandal they cannot use. So you help his wife get her hands on the tape, and in return they offer you a photo despite that they actually didn't want to talk to the press.
Okay, I'm here. What's this all about?
I've cleaned up another of your messes, as usual. Unfortunately, you're in need of a new aide. Perhaps a nice young man this time.
Could have handled it myself.
I promised this reporter a photo, if you'd be so kind.
Sounds cool, but the action is lacking here, and these kind of missions feel more like you're playing a James Bond game that isn't based on a movie. It's not bad, but for me it's not what I want from a Call of Duty campaign.
Fair enough.
There's also a mission in an open world, not bad either, and they do cool things with optional objectives which will help you in the mission. But the pacing is also hard to find here, and by the way, the hitboxes of vehicles are really bad, which makes killing enemies really clunky.
Let's
see that on instant replay.
But the worst thing is that they mix zombies into some of the missions. Now I understand that the campaign is supposed to be a warm-up for the other modes such as multiplayer and Warzone, since there are also armor plates in here too, but zombies? I mean really, those are missions and sections that completely break with what COD is supposed to be. Not to mention the final mission, which is also full of craziness and bizarre shit as well. Is it all bad? No. Does it fit within Call of Duty? No. So, is it fun? Meh. The gameplay is smooth as hell. The shooting is solid and works great. Omni movement is a really great addition, and the zombie mode and the multiplayer are also very good because of this. It remains to be seen whether all the maps will indeed be really cool. For now I don't know them well enough to really judge them, but so far I've liked them all. The gadget wheel is a nice addition as well, but this is also sometimes a bit clunky, and because of that it sometimes doesn't select the right object in the heat of the moment. There is also nothing wrong with the presentation. The graphics are beautiful, sound design is as we can expect on point.
We all know what's gonna happen.
And also the production value really shows in stuff like lip sync and voice acting, which are very good again. Fortunately, the game does exactly what you can expect from it there.
Damn straight.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is anything but a bad game, and certainly a much better game than Modern Warfare 3. However, the setup of the campaign is just not for me. I prefer that rollercoaster experience which we used to get in the past. Gameplay and presentation wise it is all fine, and the multiplayer is also good as usual. It does little to nothing new compared to the previous games, but that is okay. The zombie mode I can also highly recommend, especially with friends. Is Black Ops 6 a disappointment? For me a little bit, but the game is probably too good to end up in my end of year list with biggest disappointments. But I also don't think it will appear in my top 10. Oh well, it is entertaining, so I give it an 8.1 despite the fact that it is not really for me. Because I can see the quality, but hey, tastes differ. And that brings us to the end of this review. What did you think of Black Ops 6? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe here if you like this video. And if you want to see live gameplay, you can check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/gameplayofj, and don't forget to follow there too. For more content, check the suggestions on the left or my channel on the right. And for now, thanks for watching. Until the next video, bye.